Okay, I hope I hope I got it right this time. Sorry for the on and off wahala this morning. All right, I hope I got it right. 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 Uh, all right, Abdul Malik, thanks for joining. Please, if you can hear me, just type I can hear you. I just want to be sure that you guys can hear me. Please, I want to be sure you can hear me before I continue this broadcast. And also, can you see my screen? Those two things are very important this morning. Can you see my screen? And can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type I can hear you and I can see your screen, please. So that I will be sure everything is properly set up before we continue. All right. Please just type something. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you, please. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That makes it better and easier for us to move. Okay. So this morning I'll be starting out with the six-figure strategy, all right, of mini importation. Ideally, if I want to go through this in my own particular office, if you want to come and learn this, we're paying anything around between 30 to 50,000 naira. But I thought there is no point, holding information when you can actually assist somebody with it. So this morning I'll be sharing with you what I've not done before. What you are seeing on your screen is my mini importation ebook slide. So I'll be teaching from there this morning, and I hope that somebody would be able to, benefit from this training. All right, because this is what I do even in my master class. If you come for one-on-one training, this is exactly what I'm doing this morning. Is what I'll be doing. All right, for you if we're to see one-on-one. So this is a master class, and I want you to see it as such. It will only cost you some data, but at least it will benefit you a lot. All right. So let's get started. So the topic is mini importation, or the title is the mini importation, and my name is Feyi Eniola. I'm the director of Superpreneur Academy, and you can see the name on the screen already. Okay, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a co-founder of FK Parcel Deliveries. I'm the founder and the CEO of Fabene Consulting Limited, and I have a host of other businesses. I also run a bulk SMS website, inboxsms247.com, in case you need that service. All right, so let's get started. I hope that somebody will be blessed this morning. All right, so the topic is mini importation. So I'll be going through the slide one after the other, so that and I'll be explaining as I go forth. I will also try. The live demonstration might not be possible because this is not a webinar per se. If it to be a webinar, they will be able to show you some live demonstration, but I will be explaining as much as I can, all right, in the course of the training. But then I think you should focus more on the slide, because as you are hearing my voice. Okay, let's get started. So if mini importation are possible, now is it a good thing to begin to think of? Is it an option to go for in seasons and times like this? Is it what you should be thinking of in a time like this? Is it what you should be considering? All right, I think it is important to go into mini importation than ever. Why? Recently, Nigeria signed a contract with China. They call it currency swap deal. What this deal actually, or contract, does is that it allows Nigeria to trade internationally in China with the Chinese currency, all right, or with naira. Vice versa. Can trade with naira, can trade with Chinese currency. Instead of looking for dollar up and down, it makes it a lot easier to do transactions with China with our naira. All right, and China can equally do transactions with Nigeria with their own currency also, without having to look around for dollar. That is the first thing that is very important that you must know, and the reason it is important to go into mini importation now. There's kind of friendliness between Nigeria and China. Now, this does not mean that you cannot import from other parts of the world, but it is more common. It is easier and more cheaper for you to get items from China. Even the United States get their stuff from China. That is why Trump has been, really making a hell of issue out of it recently, that the trade deal between them are not not very fair. So that is one part of it. Then another part to it is that China produces high quality products at a relatively cheap amount, and other than other country of the world. Take for instance, if you buy a tablet in China and you buy a tablet in US, you will realize that the cost of the two are not the same. All right, the cost of the two are not the same. So that is what I think you should. Those are some of the reasons why you should consider going for mini importation at this time. It is relatively cheap. It is somewhat better than every other country at the moment when it comes to buying stuff from the internet. All right, that is one. Now let's go to the another thing is, from my experience, I've bought items for as low as 5,000 naira, and I've sold for as high as 15,000, 18,000 naira. All right, and I've had people who bought just items for 1,005, 2,000 naira, and I've sold it for as high as 12,000 naira online. And that is, if you sell that kind of product, that's 10,000 naira per product. And if you sell 10 in a month, it means you have made your six figure already. If you are able to sell 15 items of such in a month, you've made more than 100,000. You are climbing to 150,000 already. All right. So there are items that you can buy as low as that, and you sell at a ridiculously high amount. All right. So I would like to say this, give this background information, and the background information is that mini importation guarantees, and note that word guarantees. It guarantees between 100 to 300% profit, or even more. All right, I've seen people who have had up to like 1,000% profit. Yes, on mini importation. If you buy an item for 1,005 or 2,000, and you sell it for what was it called, 10,000 naira, I think that's about 500%. We've had a number of people who are making huge money from mini importation. So if you think mini importation does not worth it, I would like that you have a rethink this morning. So let's get started. This is the content of what we'll be learning this morning. All right, what is importation, the industry overview worldwide, the profit projection, and we go to the before you import section, your niche, your success recipe, sourcing for genuine suppliers, how to pay for the product, how to ship your product to your country at the earliest possible time. All right, this is some of the things you will learn. Please help us share this video. This is a master class, and I'm serious about it. If you are to pay for this, we're paying a lot of money. The best you can do for me and for other people is to share this video on your profile. Please kindly share. Just click the share button and share this live broadcast that is going on now, so that people can equally join from other places. We have about only 4 people online now. Please kindly help us share it so that other people will see it and they can equally join. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's get started. Let's go further to see other parts of the table of contents. All right. Then we have now that you have imported the platform to sell your items, now that you have a customer, the marketing your product, how to ship to your customers, how to get paid for your sales, and repeat the process. So these are the things we'll be covering in this training this morning. All right. I hope that you get a biro at least, and maybe you call it a pen or a biro, that would be two, and a book, so that you can have something to jot down while I'm sharing some information about this business. All right, so let's get started. This is my advice. Please don't glance through. Okay, if you have bought the ebook anyway, so I will just ask you to pay attention. All right, just pay attention and do your best to get as much as we can get from this training. All right. Now this is the industry overview. The industry overview says the industry is very large, amounting to trillions of dollars worldwide. I mean, the importation industry is very large, that it amounts to trillions of dollars worldwide. No country in the world today is self-sufficient, and no country has ever been self-sufficient. All right, because there is inequitable distribution of resources, every country needs to import to an extent for them to survive. No matter how rich the United States may be, they will still have to import some level of things from all over the world. I don't know if you recently heard the news that Apple, the very popular Apple brand, moved to China. Why did Apple move to China from the United States? They moved over to China because their CEOs and their boss said that there was there's a much more concentration of skills that is needed for their services or their job in China than the United States. So they moved their company from USA to China. That is why you see assembled in US, made in China, made in US, assembled in China, stuff like that on Apple products of late. So that is what is going on. So no country is self-sufficient on its own. Now, US alone had 2.7 trillion in imports of both goods and services in 2006. That is a lot and lot and lot of money, all right, going into importation. So I don't think anybody would want to shy away from such a big product, big what's it called, industry. All right. So you don't want to shy away from that. You don't want to shy away from that. Okay. So I think I jumped some of this process. Let's see. All right. All right. My candidate opinion. Okay. What is importation? It is the process of bringing goods and services into a country from a foreign country, from abroad. When you bring from, in fact, Cotonou, very close to us here, this Benin Republic here, is abroad. When we are talking about abroad, Ghana is abroad, Togo is abroad, Cameroon is abroad. Now, if you go further to other continents, Asia is China is abroad, which is in Asia, and North America, and the United States of America, and every part of the world. As long as those products are not manufactured locally, they are considered to be imported, right? That is on that. So let's go further. The industry overview, I already mentioned this. All right, the profit projection, I mentioned it briefly. Now, as much as the government are encouraging us to produce items locally, which I consider very good also, I think it is also good to manufacture goods locally, and I support the idea totally. All right, I support the idea totally. But then the truth of the matter is that the cost of producing things in our own country in Nigeria is very high. It is not because we don't want to produce. Take for instance, if I'm into manufacturing of paint, all right, I need light, I need electricity to do it. I need good roads, right? I need access to light. I need access to raw materials that are cheap. But these things does not come cheap, all right? Even ordinary stuff that we made, furniture that are made in Nigeria are very high because we don't have the necessary resources to get these things done. All right. If you want to run a pure water factory, for instance, you have to run on Gen 247 to be able to do this. If you want to run a soft drink business in Nigeria, the distributor, whatever capacity you want to sell from, you also need light. And these things are affecting our business here in Nigeria. The inflation is crazy. The interest rate is something else. So these things are affecting the locally made goods and services. And because of that, the profit is very low, because what we should have had as a benefit from the government, we are providing them ourselves at an additional cost, and this is reducing our profit. That is why if you look at this particular graph, now for locally made goods, you can hardly make maybe 50% of your profit, and when you even do that, you'll be happy that you have made 50%, all right? But when you import items, you realize that you made up to 450%, profit, which is quite encouraging for foreign products. Now, I do not say that we should not make goods locally. We can make goods locally, but there's nothing bad in supplementing it until our government can provide an enabling environment to give us a very viable environment to do business. All right, that is on that. Then let's move forward. Let's move forward. All right, let's move forward. Now, this is the profit projection properly written out in letters. Importation business will give between 100% to 300% profits as against the local sourcing that will generate maximum around 30%. You can see that the margin is very high. Every product you order and sell cannot guarantee less than 100%. Say, for instance, the product cost is $10, and shipping to your destination after prorating the cost per kg on each item is $2.5, and advertisement cost is around $2.5. The total will be $15 per product. Then you should be able to sell conveniently at the rate of $30 to $60. And I'm not kidding, I'm serious about this. This is what I've done over and over and over again. And I can tell you authoritatively that this thing works. All right, I'm sure it works, and it works very well. All right. Please introduce yourself if you are still online. Introduce yourself. My name is Feyi Eniola. I'm the director of Superpreneur Academy and business coach and consultant and a serial entrepreneur. Please, I welcome everyone here to the mini.importation masterclass training. Please introduce yourself, and I'm begging you to share this video so that more people can actually see this video and perhaps they can be encouraged to start something in life instead of being unemployed. People are complaining about vices and fraud and the rest. If we can learn one skill or the other, then we can reduce all of this. The best you can do at the moment is to share this video. It's coming to you free of charge. The slide you are seeing on your screen is my ebook, and I'm selling it. It's not free, but I'm showing it and teaching from it free of charge. So this is what my master class actually looks like if you come to my office. I'll be sharing with you one-on-one, sitting with you, I'll be sharing this with you. So if I'm sharing it online for free, then you know that this is valuable to me to do this. So kindly share this video and introduce yourself, please. It is very, very important. Thank you very much, and let's move on. All right. So you should be able to sell between $30 to $60. All right. And this is the reason that because we are selling to various calibers of people, the wealthy, the rich, the average income earners, and each of them have their purchasing power. There must be someone that can afford that amount somewhere. All right. This is what I'm saying. If you sell a product at $30, the same product you sell at $30 and you sell elsewhere at $60, the truth of the matter is on both charges, on both prices, you are making your profits. If you sell $30, you still make 100%. If you sell $60, you are making 300%. All right. Now, what I'm saying in essence is this: that if you sell at $60, there is somebody in Nigeria somewhere who will be able to afford $60 for that particular product. If you sell at $40, there is somebody somewhere who will be able to get this, pay for this particular amount somewhere. It is not possible that there won't be somebody who can afford it. And because of the kind of marketing strategy we'll be employing, I'll be sharing with you how you can market your items after some time now. Because of the marketing strategies we're going to employ, it will also help you to get to people that are inside their room in VGC, those that are inside their room in different government houses with these social media marketing strategies I'll be teaching you, after now. So that is that. Then I put a disclaimer just below this particular slide that don't overcharge your item so it won't affect your sales. Now, the disadvantage or the bottleneck with overcharging in bid to make a lot of profit is that you will be charging higher than you should, but you'll be getting lesser sales. So it's better to be fair with your prices, because you are not the only person selling that thing. There might be some people also who are selling those things somewhere, and people will be seeing that also. So when you overcharge, it tends to shoot yourself in the foot. So be moderate with your charges. It is very, very important. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue. All right. Before importing there are stuff you must know before you start importing your items. All right. There are stuff you must know. There are things you must know. And there are strategies you must put in place to be successful as a mini importer. You must know these things, and I'll be sharing some of these things with you now. All right. Now, the first thing is to determine your niche. The first thing is to determine your niche. All right. The first thing is to determine your niche. Now, your niche is your strength in this business. If you won't remember anything, please remember this very well. Your niche is your strength in this business. And I wouldn't want you to miss this point. It is very, very crucial. It is very, very, very crucial. It is very crucial. Now, how do you ensure that you have, let me start with what is niche. Your niche is where you want to specialize in. You must be able to make up your mind before you import anything at all. Be sure that you have what you want to import in mind. So take for instance, I want to import shoes. So that is fashion niche, all right? And I'm specializing in sub niche, which is called footwear. And those are shoes and the rest, all right? I can focus majorly on BBW, and that is black, big, bold women. That is extra large fashion items. I think at the moment, all over the world, not just Nigeria, that particular sub niche is very, very lucrative because people who are fat, who are big, who are robust, often do not see their sizes in the market. So it's an area you can specialize in as someone who is into, mini importation, can focus on selling extra large items for women especially. All right, this is very important. So those are examples of niches. If you want my make up your mind to go into accessories, all right, there are different kind of accessories, so you can streamline it down to fashion accessories or mobile phone accessories, electronic accessories. Can bring it down to several kind of accessories. Can bring it down to children and the rest and a number of things. Just make sure you are determined about what you want to do and be sure about it before you get started. All right. So in essence, you must know what product you want to import before importing anything. The benefit of having a niche is that it will help you streamline your product search and you can concentrate and master a particular industry or niche. All right. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't import more than one product or different products. It's just an advice for a beginner. So if you are just starting, I advise you to just take roots, all right, with one particular product or particular niche, and as your business grows, you can scale it up while you work on other niches or other items that you can import. All right. So I think that is very, very crucial. That is very crucial. Then let's go to sourcing for genuine suppliers. Sourcing for genuine suppliers. All right. At this point, you must be very careful because this is the point that scare many people away from the importation business. Many of the people I have spoken with are scared. All right, and that is true of being scammed. People wonder, how will I know those who are genuine? How will I be sure I know who are scammers and the rest? So the first thing you need to be sure of is this. All right, so this is what I think we should do. First of all right, I'll be showing a platform where I source from, all right, and I will also share with you how you can reduce the likelihood of being scammed on this website or eradicate it 100% if you stick to the instructions I will give you in this training. All right, if you follow the instructions, I can tell you that you will not be scammed if you follow these instructions very well. All right, so there are other websites that I can use, all right, like DHgate. You can use DHgate. You can use internet. You can use Alibaba. You can use a number of websites, all right. But then I think that as an individual, you should try your best as much as possible to also be careful. Be careful so that you will not be missing certain things. Be careful that you will not fall victim. All right. So let's go to the next part of this, right? Let's see how we can move from there. Most of you will know Alibaba.com. If you have been on the internet for a while, you will know Alibaba. And Alibaba.com is a Chinese website, all right? And it is a wholesale website. Most people do not know this, that Alibaba is a wholesale website. Many people know Aliexpress, but they don't know the difference between Aliexpress and Alibaba. All right. Alibaba is a wholesale platform, B2B platform, that is business to business. Then Aliexpress is a retail platform. A retail platform. What does a retail platform do? If you want to buy things in pieces, you will buy from Aliexpress. If you want to buy in bulk, you buy on Alibaba. You realize that if you find two identical items on Alibaba and Aliexpress, it will always, I mean, not just at times, always 100% always be higher on AliExpress, because those who sell on AliExpress, they actually buy from Alibaba and they list it on AliExpress for resale. All right, that is what they do. And those into drop shipping also, they often use AliExpress as their source of their source when it comes to sourcing for items to to sell. So the website is alibaba.com. I'll just drop it at the comments for those that might need it maybe at a later time. Alibaba.com. That is it. You can visit there at a later time after this training. And let me just pin it up so that you can always see it. All right, that is that. Then let's go to the next one. Let me just explain the interface so that you understand before I move. Let me explain the interface. You might not be able to see my mouse, but by the left hand top corner, all right, you will see where they write alibaba.com. Then you see sourcing, sourcing solutions, service and membership, help and community. By right hand side, you would also see my Alibaba order and favorite. It's very simple. If you click on my Alibaba, if you don't have an account with them, you will be prompted to either register or log in. So you can register. If you register, make sure you put the correct email address because you will have to verify that email at a later time. So once you have done that, just on the search bar that you see where the right search, you can type anything. Whatever you type will bring up a number of things, and that's how you can get started. Just by your left hand side below the category, you see my market. You see different categories of items and the rest, and just play around it and enjoy yourself. And this is very very important. All right. So to know, because you have to understand how this thing works to actually enjoy it. So that is that. Just go to the website after now. See and see. Okay. Sourcing for genuine suppliers. I've mentioned that it's alibaba.com. All right. Then register on the website. All right. You will see there where I circled that red line. You see join. All right. That is after clicking the my Alibaba. You see join. You see sign in. So just join. Once you have joined, then you register and you start. You'll be able to search for products and contact suppliers. All right. So now fill out your information, and one cannot be too careful when dealing on the internet. To reduce the risk of falling into the wrong hands, please pay attention to the following. Now, if you have not listened, if you are interested in this particular training and you have not listened since I started this training, please at this time do your best to listen very well. It is very important. It is for your own safety. All right, it's for your own safety, and this is it. Let me say this. Just you see the attention, pay attention, please pay attention to the first. First of all, buy from suppliers with trade assurance logo. I will show you trade assurance logo after now. Then buy from suppliers with high reputation. I will show you all of those. Buy from some suppliers that accept Alipay. Very important. There are some suppliers that accept PayPal. All right, you can trade with those people also. But Alipay is I think is more guaranteed, and your money can apply for a dispute if you don't get the item or you don't get it as described. So it's always better to do those three things. Trade with trade assurance members, very important. Trade also with caution. Trade with people with high reputation. Trade with people with Alipay option. If they tell you that you can only pay with Western Union, we don't accept anything other than Western Union MoneyGram. My brother and sister, run for your dear life before they will scam you. All right, so that is it. Then, why trade assurance supplier? Trade assurance supplier has been verified by Alibaba staff and certified as genuine, so you worry less about them. Also, the money is secure when dealing with trade assurance supplier. All right, when you pay with Alipay, also your money is processed by Alibaba payment gateway. Your money is not released to the supplier until you get your items. In case of disputes, Alibaba will mediate, so you are secure. Now, just look by my right hand side, just ahead of the logo, the Superpreneur Academy logo, you see trade assurance. That logo like a crown with dollar in it. That is trade assurance logo. So anybody with that kind of logo is a trade assurance seller. So you can trade with people like that, and you can be sure that you are safe. All right. But nevertheless, I want to put a disclaimer. Try as much as possible to be careful. Also, people can be funny. Right. So that is that. All right. Let's move to the next one. All right. You can see the trade assurance logo again. That is it. So how to pay for your products, right? Pay, if you want to pay, you can pay with your card, your GT card, MasterCard, your Visa card, First Bank Visa card, but you cannot pay with VAP card though. VAP card will not be accepted. You can pay with your other card, maybe any bank that most banks accept now, so they allow you to use it for abroad with a limit. So if you are still within the limit of your card usage, then you can use it online. But if you can't, you can get Pioneer card. Pioneer is something you can easily get. Go to pioneer.com online, register the business, and register your account, and they will send you free card, free master card to your home address. Be sure to use genuine information, and you can load that money and load that Pioneer card with money, and thereafter use it as you wish to buy stuff online from many merchants and many internet stores worldwide. All right, so pioneer.com. You have to go to pioneer.com, all right, to register. And that is very simple. Just go to pioneer.com. That is it on your screen. Go to pioneer.com, all right, and follow the instructions. Follow the instructions that may be required. Go to pioneer.com and follow the instructions that may be required. So fill out the necessary information, and then you can move to the next stage. This is what the website looks like. It might have changed now, but then if you go to pioneer.com, you can be sure you're on the right website. All right. Shipping to your destination involves a number of things. Don't think of shipping through DHL, FedEx, or TNT. You can try other companies, courier companies that have shipping agents and offices in China, like Value Handler, like a number of them, like St. Patrick Logistics, like Crazy More, and like these companies are into such items, and their prices are reasonably cheap. Right, per kg between 7.5 per kg to about $9 per kg is what they charge. So contact them and speak to them. I am not affiliated to any of this company. I'm not a partner with them. I'm only telling you some of the companies I work. So be careful when dealing with any company that you might hear from me. Now that you have imported, you have successfully crossed the first 2 orders of importation, and you have your items with you now. And the next thing to solve is how to get your items to the people that need it, how to advertise, and how to get the items to the customer when orders start coming. All right, this is where the platform to sell. You can register with Konga, Jumia, Gigi, DJ, OLX.com.ng. Other countries may use Amazon and eBay, right? There are a number of places you can actually register. Just register as a merchant and then begin to sell. Now, if you don't want to register on this website, that you want to do your thing your own way, then you have to have a Facebook page. All right, a Facebook page which will serve as your own business page, other than your profile. Yes, you create it to upload your picture, your cover photo, and the profile picture, and start promoting your items there. Very important. Now that you have taken delivery of your items, congratulations on successful importation process. By now, your imported goods should be in your custody. At this point, you need 2 things: the platform to sell and how to get these things, and the marketing. Now, I've told you there are 2 ways to sell your product. Either you open a Facebook page to do your thing, or you sell on those other websites like Jumia, Konga, and the rest. All right. Now, to market your products, you have one major option. I don't want to sell it there. I don't want to tell you there are 2. All right. The only way you can do is to sell on, maybe when you are selling on Konga and Jumia, it will be displayed on their portal. But other than that, you have the responsibility to promote your businesses, and the only place, or not only, the most important place to do that now is social media, through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the rest. All right. So do as much as you can to see that you open a page, a Facebook page. All right. And after opening the Facebook page, put every picture that is necessary, like the cover photo, but let the pictures be related to what you are selling. For instance, if you are selling shoes, don't go and put face cap. If you are selling face cap, don't put shoe as a cover photo or your profile picture. Put exactly the products you are selling, and be updating it from time to time. All right, so this is very important. So ideally, Facebook will charge you for running an advert on their website. To open a page is free, but when you want to boost your product on Facebook, they charge 199 naira per day, and it's a good deal, believe me. And I think you should, once you post, you will see something below it, boost. All right. So you just click boost and you follow the process. If you need a detailed training on Facebook marketing, you can contact me after now. All right. For comprehensive course on Facebook Ad Mastery, contact us. We give you a discounted rate because you have bought the mini production. Well, I'm doing this for free, so you may have to buy the Facebook training pack ebook. It's an ebook actually. How to ship to your customers. Now, after you've gotten this or your item and now you've marketed online and you now have customers, what you can do now is to now connect with some shipping companies. Now, for instance, FK Parcel ships all over Lagos, but at the moment we don't. I'm a co-founder with FK Parcel, so we don't ship outside Lagos at the moment, but we ship within Lagos. So if you have any delivery within Lagos, we can handle it for you conveniently within Lagos only. Anywhere in Lagos, we handle it. But outside Lagos, we are not doing that at the moment. Now, for outside Lagos deliveries, you can contact Aliexpress, Express, number of companies, DIG Logistics, even Red Star. You can contact Red Star for outside Lagos deliveries. So these companies can discuss with them their procedures and modality of business, like that. So once they will help you deliver, and most times they will help you collect your money. So you don't have to worry about collecting money from clients. Because most times Nigeria is not very right yet to start giving items and expecting people to pay up front. Except they are shopping from company like even on Junior Konga, these guys still do POD. So it is better to consider that while doing your business. Most times it is the courier service that will help you collect your money and bring it to you. So you don't have to worry about that. Right? I've said that. So repeat the process and you'll be happy if you follow these procedures. Right? These are my information in case you need them. My name is Feyi Eniola. Again, I'm the CEO of Sparkle Academy of Internet Business, and I'm an entrepreneur, business coach, and internet business consultant. Follow me on Instagram at Feyi Eniola, on Facebook, Facebook.com/F Eniola. My Twitter is Feyi Eniola1. Please follow me and I will do my best. Now, the last information here is no more. This space, spacademy.fabian.com, I don't think it's working there any longer. But nothing is impossible. I've not used it in a while, so I'm not sure it's still there. So that is it. So if you have a question, please feel free to ask me now. Feel free to ask me. All right. If you have a question, if you have been following this training and you have a question, please ask me now, and I'll be taking questions before I close this. Before I end this session, very, very important, please. If you have a question, anybody with question? In the absence of no question, then I will have to end this session. But if you have a question, please kindly drop it just at the comments. If I see it, I will reply to it. Thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Feyi Eniola. I'm the director of Sparkle Academy, internet business coach, and consultant. Thank you for watching. God bless.